All right, in this part of the reading test, we are going to be looking at completion questions, and there will be a variety of completion questions, and we will look at how we can tackle each one of them. So in reading test, you will also get the completion questions. So let's look at the activities that we're going to look at. First, the introduction to the question type, summary completion task. It could be summary completion, it could be note completion, it could be a flowchart completion, note table, flowchart completion, different types of completions that you can get, identifying the strategies and instructions. So let's look at this. So what is summary, note, table, flowchart completion? Test takers are given a summary of section of text and are required to complete it with information from the text. The summary will usually be of only one part of the passage rather than the whole. Okay, so you have to look for the specific part. The given information may be in the form of several connected sentences referred to as summary, several notes referred to as notes, a table with some of its cells empty or partially empty referred to as table, a series of boxes or steps linked by arrows to show a sequence of events with some of the boxes or steps empty or partially empty referred to as flowchart. The answers tend to, but do not always occur in the same order as in the text. So you'll have to read around, different places in the text. If the test takers write more than the number of words asked for, they will lose marks. This we have talked about in the listening section as well. Very important to read the instruction carefully. If it says no more than 2 words, then no more than 2 words. Numbers can be written using figures or words, and contracted words are not tested. All right, let's just deal with the completion questions. Completion questions, you can get sentence completion, summary, note, table, flowchart completion, and diagram label completion. Where to find the information? It will all be in the text. Okay, students do not need any specialist knowledge to answer the questions. It's all about locating the right information in the text. First steps of reading should involve surveying. So you survey the text first, right? Skimming after that, and then scanning. It is assumed that they have surveyed and skimmed the text before carrying out work on the questions. You may be asked either to select the words from the text or to select from a list of options. So that could be multiple choice, right? Check the answers that fit contextually, grammatically. So what part of the speech are you looking for, and the adherence to the instructions, no more than 2 words to 3 words. Very, very important that you adhere to the instructions. Let's just do a warm-up activity where you are going to complete this table on your own without reading anything. This is just a prediction kind of a sheet where you will predict the answers. So what type of completion is it? Is it summary? Is it a table? Is it a flowchart? Is it note completion? What type of completion is this, right? What guidance is provided by the instructions? So how many words can you write? What clues, keywords are there to help you identify what's missing? What would you look for in the text? And predict possible answers from 1 to 5. All right, pause the video here, do this exercise on your own, and when you come back, we're going to review the answers. All right, let's review the answers here. So question number 1, or A, says what type of completion question is this? This is the summary completion. It's a summary. Test takers are given a summary of a section of the text and are required to complete it with no more than 2 words and or a number. Okay, that's the instruction. From the text, the summary will usually be only 2. What clues, keywords are you going to, what clues are you going to be looking for here? What clues, keywords are there to help you identify what's missing? Keywords around the gap. Keywords around the gap is going to help you to identify what's missing. What would you look for in the text? Keywords and synonyms of these words, okay? And 5, let's look at the answers here. So test takers are given a summary of a section of text and are required to complete it with information. All right, number 1 is information. From the text, the summary will usually be of only one part of the passage, okay? It's not from the other parts of the passage. So number 2 is 1. rather than the whole. The given information may be in the form of several connected sentences referred to as summary, several notes referred to as notes, a table with some of its cells empty, all right, or partially empty. So when you're reading around the blank, you would know, what type of information you're looking for. All right, so the answer here is empty, a series of boxes or steps linked by arrows to show a sequence of events with some of the boxes or steps empty or partially empty, right? Number 4 is partially, referred to as flowchart. The answers tend to, but do not always occur in the same order as in the text. Number 5 is same order. All right, so you got an idea of how you would tackle the summary completion type of questions. Okay, let's look at this activity. Before we look at the activity, and we're going to look few of those. We will look at node completion, we'll look at table completion, different types. I just want to clarify some points here. So first, you got to familiarize yourself, quickly read the question set to get an overall idea. Pay attention to the question order, check instructions, how many words can be written, okay? It's very, very important. If you don't follow this instruction, you're going to lose marks. Find clues, read around the blanks more carefully, think of parts of speech. If it's a noun, verb, adjective, adverb, possible answers. Identify words in the same, in the question, sorry, identify the keywords in the question and match with the text, okay? Identify the keywords in the question, match with the text. There could be synonyms that you'll have to match. You might be looking for the same word, a different word, form of word, or a synonym in the text. Locate the right part of the text, read around the right part, and choose the answer. Cross-check and write the answer. Make sure it fits grammatically. So if it's a noun, it has to be noun. You can't be writing verb where it doesn't make any sense grammatically. Is the right number of words, and see, check, very, very important, check that you have written the right number of words as per the instructions. If the test taker writes more than the numbers of words asked for, they will lose marks. And that's a silly thing to do, right? And then there will be another activity that we will do, odd one out activity to identify which response does not match the instructions. That is just purely for you to make sure that you're writing the responses as per the instruction. All right, let's get into it. So the first activity, pause the video here. Get an idea, get a sense of this article, and this is the article that you will use for the next activity. So when you go back to next activity, you might have to go back to this screen to read the article and answer these questions. All right. All right, so this is the completion. Let's just do this activity. Number 1, what type of completion question is this? What guidance is provided by the instructions? What clues, keywords are there to help you identify what's missing? What would you look for in the text? And predict possible answers from question 1 to 5. All right, do this activity on your own. Go back to the previous screen, read the article, and fill in the gaps by yourself. Once you complete this article, this activity, come back, and then we are going to review the answers. Okay. All right, let's look at the answers. I hope you had a chance to look at the article, find the answers on your own, and did this activity successfully. Let's look at some of the questions here. What type of completion question is this? This is a note completion. It's note. So you can see bullet points. This is a note completion. It's not a summary. It's note completion. What guidance is provided by the instructions? Only one word. So you can only write one word, not more than one word or a number. You cannot write. Okay, what clues, keywords are there to help you identify what's missing, right? Keywords around the gap is going to help you to write what's missing, right? To find out what's missing. Context of the sentences are going to also help you. What would you look for in the text? Keywords or synonyms of these, okay? And then let's look at the predictions of you got the answers, the correct answers. When uranium was discovered to be radioactive, Mary Curie found that the element called thorium had the same property. Thorium is the correct answer. Mary and Pierre Curie's research into the radioactivity of the mineral known as pitchblende led to the discovery of two new elements. In 1911, Marie Curie received recognition for her work on the element radium. Mary and Irene Curie developed X radiography, which was used as a medical technique for soldiers. Okay, number 4 is soldiers. Marie Curie saw the importance of collecting radioactive material both for research and for cases of illness. Okay, number 5 is illness. I hope you got the answers correct. Let's just look at the next activity. So on the right hand side, you can read the article, and that's where you will find the questions. All right, the answer. Sorry, this kind of thing, we have already done this before, so I hope you you will find what we're trying to understand is how do we find the information here, right? So what type of completion question is this? Answer that, and you know by now what type of completion this. We have done this before. If you watched my previous lectures, we know what type of completion question is this, what guidance is provided, what kind of guidance is provided. You're looking for instructions, right? Super important that you know that. What clues, keywords are there to help you identify what's missing, right? You already know. You're looking for the context, right? And what would you look for in the text? Predict the answers from 1 to 5 by reading the article on the right. All right, pause the video here, do this exercise on your own, and when you come back, I will reveal the answers. All right, let's look at the answers here. So we've got, we've done this activity before, but let's just review it again. In Spanish, for Spanish species, preferred climate is temperate, right? And start of active period is early spring. Number of generations per year is 2 to 5, right? Let's talk about South African ball roller. Preferred climate is subtropical, right? And complementary species are South African tunneling and tunneling, or tunneling is also correct answer. Right, let's look at another activity. On the right hand side, you can see the article where you will find the answers. What type of article is, what type of completion is this? Write down on the top what type of completion is it. What guidance is provided, you already know the answer to that. See, what kind of words you're looking for, right? And what would you look for in the text? Keywords and their synonyms. Okay, let's predict the answers. Pause the video here, do this exercise on your own, and when you come back, we are going to review the answers. All right, let's review the answers. This is a flow chart, right? You see the arrows. It's a flow chart. Okay. Instructions: no more than 2 words. You can't write more than 2 words here. Okay. You already know the answers from C to D. Let's look at the answers here. All right. How a caloric restriction mimetic works. CR mimetic: less glucose is processed, production of ATP is decreased. Theory 1: cells less damaged by disease because fewer free radicals are emitted. Theory 2: cells focus on preservation because food is in short supply, right? So you might have gotten the answers. This is how we are going to make sure we get the right answers. All right, let's just do this activity: strategies and instructions in completing questions. Complete the strategy to deal with completion questions. What are you going to do? Familiarize. Step number 1, you're going to familiarize yourself. Do this activity on your own again. Quickly read the question set to get an overall idea. Pay attention to what order, okay? Check what, how many words can be written. Find, what are you going to find? Read around the blanks more carefully. Think of part, speech, possible answers. Step number 4, identify in the question and match the text. You might be looking for the same word or a different word of the form of word, a synonym in the text. Write down the answer there. Step number 5, locate the right part of the, read around the right part of the choose and choose the correct answer, or choose the answer, right? Step 6, cross-check and write the what? Make sure it fits grammatically and is right number of orders. So these are the steps. This is the methodology of following all the steps, step by step, and that's how you will get the right answer. Let's do another activity here. So this was the odd one out, which does not follow the instructions. So I want you to understand that following the instructions is crucial. Which answer do you think is the odd one out that you cannot write? One word only from the text for each answer. Which one is correct? Which one is the odd one? One of the answer is the odd one is the wrong answer, and you'll have to choose that. Pause the video here and follow the instructions and tell me which one is the one odd one out. All right, when you come back, we'll review the answers. All right, let's review the answers. Obviously, number one, it says one word only. So in summertime, you can't write. Summertime, by the way, is one word. So you can write summertime. You cannot write in summer. Choose no more than 2 words. Option A is wrong because there are 3 words, and choose more than 3 words. No more than 3 words. Sorry. The answer number 3 is wrong because it's 4 words, and choose no more than 2 words and or a number. Option D is wrong because there are no more than 2 words, so there are 3 words. Okay, option C is correct because you can either write a number or not write a number. You can write 2 words and a number as well, so that's correct. But D, on the other hand, is wrong. This lesson concludes here. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.